Hello, my name's Larry, aka Simulator. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Fix It Up a Farmer, episode 8, I believe. I hope you're all well. I hope you're having a great week so far, whatever you've been up to, and I do hope you are enjoying this series so far. We are March to year 2. We are 7:05 a.m. We have 645,000 in the bank. Now you ask, why is that so much less? Got some things to bring you up to speed on, and the first thing is we have been doing some construction work. So I showed you what I'd been doing over winter in the last episode. At the end of the last episode and through the night until this morning, if I hop up here, get a better vantage point. Nope. In the last episode, I kind of mentioned that I was going to fill up the sawmills again and then delete whatever trees were left. I opted against that, and the reason for that is purely because if you look at this time-saving stock check, we've still got 800,000 litres of wood, worth 2.5 million as wood. A hell of a lot more as wood beams. It's what it was processing through. So I thought, do you know what? I might regret it later on, but a lot of this wood that's still standing is still in our current land. So should we need more wood, if we run out and money's still tight, then we can take some more trees down if we need to. And I thought, do you know what? We need to get on with building the farm. So I just deleted all of the rest of the trees out. Now, I may regret it, like I said, but it was the quickest way to get rid of the trees. I then spent a bit of money flattening all this out, so this is all level. Obviously missed that when I was laying down the gravel. I've gravelled it all for now. I've put some buildings down, so over here we've got the foundations for, well, the first phases of our log cabin. So I'm going to situate it in this corner here. I'm probably going to put some grass around it and make a little driveway and such once it's built. But this is our foundation. So to begin with, that's going to need 1,000 each of beam planks long, planks short. And then if I quickly run over here, it's quickly, but it's not that quick. Over here, we have got ourselves a purely decorational building out the front of our small cement production. Now, I preferred the look of this because in my head it kind of looked like this was the cement production building. That is currently got no materials in it. Over here we've got the debris crusher, which is just producing stones for us. Unfortunately, you can't see how much stones we've actually got, because it's not like a traditional production, we can't automatically distribute those stones to the cement factory. We'll have to do that manually. So we'll have to buy a bucket for that. We'll see over here, we've got our planks and everything, and then our sawmills, and then just over here we've placed down 2 buildings. So this is going to be our pig barn. We've got no pigs in it just yet. That is going to hold 387 pigs at full capacity. It is a mod barn. It's off of the mod hub. I'm pretty sure it's by Mr. Hector, I believe. And then this is our pig feed mixer here, which is going to take all our mix in there. So that's what I've done so far. Obviously, I've gravelled all this. And that's kind of where I've left it. Obviously, this is quite a colossal space. Now it's all empty and leveled. I'm quite glad that I opted to do it in the woods. I like that. I do kind of think maybe I should have come a bit deeper, but it's all good. It's fine. So what I want to do is, using the rules of our series, I want to buy a bucket from a skid steer. I'm going to buy that for 4,000, and we're going to pay to have that delivered as well. Back. We also go in here, and we're going to take our 3,000 money out. See there, remove 3,000 from farm account. Now, what I want to do now, reset that point. Also, actually, probably want to get one of them out, and one of them out. Nope, that is not what I wanted to do. Alright, you bloody fool. You buffoon. Give me a sec and I'll fix this. There we are, we are back. We've fixed that. So, basically we want to pick these up. Run them down. Well, the trouble with this is it doesn't move particularly fast. It's a top speed of 11 miles per hour. Decided in an ideal world, some kind of flatbed trailer will come up in the store, and we can use that instead. But for now, this is what we're going to have to do. So we're going to do this. We'll drop these pallets off so that work can get started on that. We'll dump some rocks into our concrete factory, and then we'll get going on our. What we will do. So here. AI worker. Put headlines on. Start with the up down. So 6. Excuse me. Okay. Oh. So leave that going. That should be the worker going, and we'll finish off the what should we call it? It will finish off the, or we'll do that field for us. Do this. I hope you're all well, guys. I do appreciate the support on the series. I am actually enjoying, for the most part, the series. There are some little things that I'm finding with FS25 that I don't really particularly like, but on the whole, it's okay. It's, I'm starting to enjoy it. We are trying to keep up with Terra Life Plus as well, because I've really been enjoying that series too. But yeah, just generally, it's going pretty nice. Off. And the last one. Yeah, and then what we're going to be doing for the rest of this episode, we're going to be seeding the potatoes. I've took the time between episodes to bring the big case and the potato planter over, which are filled with potato seed, or seed potatoes, I should say. And I did do seed potatoes rather than seed because the planter could take seed potato or just regular pallets of seed. I don't think there was like really a cost difference between them. Maybe a box of seed potatoes was slightly cheaper. I just thought, you know, although I know this series has not been sort of like ultra realistic, you know, we do try to at least stick to some realism where we can. See, I only say that because we've been using super strength and stuff, which I actually think might well be the first recorded series that we've used it on a kind of somewhat regular basis. We've used it on the series before to help us out with things like getting stuck. And we've caught ourselves on, like, we've clipped a corner too tight or anything like that, so. Yeah, so that is going to be absolutely fine. So we'll leave that process through. It's going to process through everything that we just brought over. And we're going to swap ourselves into the rock bucket now and get some stones into the cement factory because I need the cement. I think it's set to cement bags because I think that's what we'll need next. So put our forks down over here. Obviously this would do us a lot better if we had to be honest with you. Seeming like we're probably gonna have to. Yeah, it's seeming like we're gonna have to get something a bit more beefy, as it were, because this little skid steer can't take the weight, and I don't believe do not believe there is the option to go weight up to the back of this. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. And if we fill this up, we could only sort of half fill it before we're tipping over. So that is going to take quite some. Okay, let's have a look in the store then. Anything worthwhile that we could buy? No. There is a front loader here. $140. So chances that that Fiat Agri that we've got can take. Let's just have a quick look. Let's see, we'll take a front loader attachment. Beautiful. Right, let's go back in the store. Let's buy that. Probably just go black is the obvious. crimson red on there. We'll buy that. Yes, and then buy for it a bucket. That'll take 1,000 liters. I was hoping for more than that, to be honest, but let's check something really quickly. Right, cool. So got the bucket, the front loader. What we need is to buy the front loader tool, which I just put a mod on for some additional options around higher capacity buckets, which is what I was looking for. It's going to be that one. Differences. I think it'll be fine, like these and out the 3,000. Sir. Hazard. Oh, this is where the thing gets tricky because we need a workshop to be able to tools, vehicle workshop. So what we're going to do for now, want it, pop it up here with a house. Want to be able to keep an eye on it. And then one last thing that I want to do, this is a little bit cheaty if you like, it's to set that. I think the idea will be now is that we get, because it's going to be a regular thing, us having to put the stones in. I think we'll probably want to keep an eye out for like a wheel loader or something, probably a wheel loader. So let's that off there for now. Go here to there we go. Had it the wrong way round. Right, front loader tool, yes. Now it can stay the same. Actually put the weights on as well. Plus 8,500 for that, yes. Fuck. Start that up. And we're going to see if this front loader will actually fit. It's based on horsepower. This one is a little bit lower than we'd ideally want, but see why it doesn't fit. Seems like it's gonna fit. That though is the problem. Right. We need the Euro setting on that then. We're in tarnations, so we're gonna just drag this over. If this doesn't work, it's all been a big waste of the day because it's already 10 AM. Anywhere close to putting our first seed potato in the ground yet. There we go. what I'm going to do is we did put the wheel weights in. So let's see if the wheel weights have made enough difference that we don't need to put the back weight on. Certainly has not. So super strength again. We won't sell that bucket for now. It might not turn out to be entirely useless. I mean, we've paid the 3,000 for it, so we may as well. If I remember, it's running. Run it fairly quickly. Hopefully. I've just dropped some on the ground there. There we are, so it's 5,000 so litres in there. On that case then, here we are. We will jump in our case and we'll unfold our planter. Get ourselves on the field. So this holds 8,000 and it's been a very, very long time since I did any potato planting. So yeah, we'll see how we go. And that says auto 5.9 meters, and I was fairly sure that that tool was 8 meter width. Or was it 6 meter? Just double check. It's the Grimmy 6, yeah, 5.9 is fine then in that case. Silly mate. Cool. Okay. Turn it on. Yeah, we are planning, buddies. So this should be a fairly alright job. Like I said, it's been a while since I planted potatoes, so I don't know how sort of quick it's going to go through the potatoes. I did take the liberty between episodes as well. Basically, as soon as I pressed stop record on the last one, I did it before I forgot. If you remember, I didn't lift the cedar, and I did a little curve of oats in the corner here. So I took the liberty to basically sort that out with the cultivator while it was around, because you know, I thought better to get that sorted rather than get everything sorted out and then find out that this isn't a direct drill, because I'm pretty sure it's not, because it didn't say. Didn't say it was, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm not so I think we'll be all right for the potatoes, because basically, if I remember rightly, the very last, to be honest with you, the last time I did potatoes might even be in FS19. That's how long ago it was. But the basic gist, I think, is you obviously seed them in, do your regular stuff. I don't think they need to be rolled in. and then when they're ready, you need to top them and then harvest them. But I think because we've got a harvester, the day wolf that we bought, I think we don't need to top them ourselves. I think that will do it for us. That's what I'm sort of banking on anyway. So we'll figure it out. I think what I might do, just on the off chance that it does need to be topped, if a topper does come in the sales, then I might just buy it anyway. Because I figure it's probably not going to be that much to buy if it did come up. And, you know, just until we know what we're doing, because potatoes is going to be an annual thing for us. So it'll be good for us to know. We are going to be using auto drive on this save as well, obviously because it's a survival-esque style map. We are going to have to set that up ourselves, which is absolutely fine. I don't recall if there's traffic on the map. I don't think there is. It did ask me when I made the save. It did ask me if I wanted to make an auto drive route from the traffic network, which I said yes to, because that just puts down some points already if there are any. But the rest we'll have to figure out ourselves, which is absolutely fine, because obviously we're making our own custom fields, and we'll especially want auto drive up and running by the time you harvest the potatoes, because they give a pretty decent yield. So we want to be able to kind of be not having to do all the manual running around ourselves. But yeah, we are, like I said, we're doing potatoes because we need them for the feed mix that we're doing. We are running, I talked about it last time out. I think I trailed off a little bit because he was talking about some other things as well. But we are running a crisp or chip mod. So we could, if we wanted to, do some extra potatoes, place down some of those buildings and reduce some bagged crisps. I think we need some other things for that, though, like for flavourings and stuff, so worth bearing in mind. Cool. Yeah, I think like root crops generally is either one of those things you sort of love or hate, to be honest. And I have always sort of typically loathed crops, but yeah, decided for some unknown reason that we were going to do pigs, which is another animal I've never really given a lot of dedicated time to, and especially never on a series. I did, again, this goes back to FS19. And I did a pig farm on Lone Oak. On Lone Oak, that was my favourite map on FS19. I was gutted that I never made it to FS22 officially. I think there were a few kind of dodgy copies around, which I never bothered with because I've always erred on the side of, you know, if you haven't got the permission of the modder to make a copy of it, or make a, I suppose, port of it maybe, or like a conversion of it, and you start releasing it, then it's not for me. And that's not like any, like, me being high and mighty or anything like that. That's just, out of respect, because modders get a lot of stick. I think from my memory, you kind of had the main Lone Oak farmyard, which was set up for cows. And I think I was running a beef operation up there. And then there was a little smaller yard just up the road, on the same bit of track. And that had a pig barn on it, and I was using that for pigs. So that was potentially the last time that I did pigs and potatoes, was on Lone Oak. I just thought it was something different. Not many people tend to do pigs. Obviously, we are running, because I'm pretty sure they're Mr. Hector pig barns. I did sort of mention that we were going to be running 500. Obviously, as I put it down, it's come up as 387, which is fine, still a hefty amount of pigs. There are some other barns that I've got on here which do actually hold 500, so see how we get on. We may decide to change it, but I think 387 is probably plenty to be getting on with. I reckon we're probably going to be alright for seed potato. It is going through it. Going through 41% so far, but we've not got less than the amount of field left than we've already done, so it should be good here. See, this field hasn't had lime. One thing I'm struggling with, actually, which you may be able to help me out with, is I don't know how on here, I don't know how to buy soil samples. I'm running precision farming, and I've got absolutely no clue whatsoever about how to buy the soil samples rather than sort of get this sampler machine and do it yourself manually. I mean, it's not the end of the world, because the soil samples don't tell you like a tremendously large amount of information that helps you in any kind of way. It just kind of tells you where you're up to. So we are heading towards halfway through our hopper of seed potatoes. I said, I think we should be alright. I think we've got less field left than we've already done, so that rings true. We should be all good. We're making good time as well. So we'll probably go back to the yard after and have a look at loading up some more stones. One thing I need to do is have a look at how I want to lay the farmyard out. Because I think I said it in one of the very, very early episodes. Building my own custom farmyards has never been a particularly big strong suit of mine. I did a pretty nice farmyard on Chilliwack multiplayer server that Mr. Farquhar had. I was quite pleased with that. So it took me a few goes to get it exactly how I wanted it. Like I said, on the most part, I'm pretty pleased with my decision to bury the farmyard in the trees there. So I think maybe I should have gone back a bit further so it wasn't as visible from the outset, but it doesn't really matter. If I wanted to and the equipment came up, I could always add some more trees in to provide a bit more cover. But, you know, it's a game. We ain't getting robbed. really glad that we swapped over. You remember at one of the end of one of the episodes, we bought the 3-meter version of this. And I think between episodes or in the winter break, the 6-meter version came up. And, yeah, well glad that we swapped. Because it's getting done in no time at all. We'll just hop out real quick. Yeah, that's fine. So there's no rolling required on here. Need to roll the oats. And how much damage I'm going to be doing now if I drive on the field. So I don't get with this new ground deformation. Like obviously I'm driving over the ridges now. Is that causing damage? Is that perfectly fine and it's just cosmetic? Yes, we'll see. But yeah, it's I wish I knew how to buy the soil samples, because we haven't got the sampler machine, and I don't particularly fancy getting the sampler machine if I'm being completely honest with you. Lovely stuff, right? Yeah. So it's only a small field of potatoes, right? It's not taking us long to seed it. It's really not going to take us long to harvest it. I think we'll get a pretty decent amount of potatoes out of it though, because obviously potatoes offer a good, pretty good yield. Our worker has completed their task. Stuff. And then obviously, up here we're going to be sticking the old sorghum in next month. So we've just got 2 more, well, the rest of this row and another row to do on the down rows, and then we'll finish the ends off, and then we'll be done for seeding. The oats didn't seem to indicate that it wanted any lime. Next month we'll actually also have, I think, mowing to do as well. Grass work. Won't be too bad. Fortunately, it won't be anything like the... I suppose fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it. That also reminds me, do need to take the other pickup wagon back to the store and sell that. Not that we'll get much money for it, but it's no use to us now we've got the bigger one. Yeah, coming back to the farmyard thing, we just need to work out what we want on the farmyard. Like how much we want in the way of sort of shed combos. Gonna want to get some kind of grain silo complex, because down the line we might want to have some really big grain fields. This is a money maker. Obviously, it seems funny to say that because at the moment I think we're making something crazy like 100 and some odd thousand. Actually, we can have a look. An autosave. Yeah. Sold products. Yeah, already this month we've made 421,000 out of what was left of the silage and the wood that we've sold. It's quite the ridiculous amount of money, to be honest with you. It's all good. See, that's going to help us out massively. It's going to help us out no end with getting the farm up and running. Keeping us afloat whilst we try and figure out the loan repayments and stuff. Should just mean stupid GPS. Sometimes I find it just disconnects itself. Maybe I'm on too sharp of an angle or something, I'm not sure. So why have you... It has... So basically, because... Let me... It's back on the field. Basically, because I've said skip a row, which I assumed meant it would skip a row and then come back for the row. Assumed that was just an idiom for... basically to make it easier for it to... Yeah. Do what I need you to do, or what? No. Because now it's not even on a field. So if I just start it off over here. There we go. Okay, go. Does it not work? Ah. Don't know what's happening with that, to be honest. Get my Give me my potatoes. Give me teddies in the ground. It's good to know though. If it's I don't know what this is doing now, to be honest with you. Okay. To be honest with you, I'm not that bothered because only for a little bit of cash anyway. Can't really, rightly or wrongly, I can't really be bothered to go around, and I'd have to get some more seed anyway. So I will just leave that as is. Don't know why the AI has decided to do that, but pick up that bit there. Lift off. See the bit we missed down here. Be done. Actually, no, it won't be done because we've got 2 headlands to do here as well. And pretty lovely, mate. So we'll do the 2 headlands down here. And then I think going forward, I'm just going to stick to using courseplay. Although the menus and such are slightly different on here compared to FS25. Courseplay, I know what I'm getting with courseplay. I know if it says skip a row, it'll come back and do that row. It's just skipping it to make it easier to not have to like maneuver and stuff like that. Which is what I thought it was gonna do on the AI worker, to be honest. I thought it was gonna miss 1 row, that it didn't have to like spend a lot of time maneuvering around, and then it was gonna come back and do those rows anyway. I'm like expecting it to have skipped those rows and then it's gone, nah, I'm not doing them rows now. You live and you learn. You live and you learn. It just comes back to what I was saying earlier. There's a couple of things that happen now and again, or seem to happen, which kind of annoy me a little bit, but it is what it is. It's all good. We've got 1 planted field of potatoes. I'll be quite interested to see exactly we get off that field. So, and we used about, what, 5,300 litres? No, 6,300 litres of seed potatoes for that. I don't think it was too bad, to be honest with you. So that's 3 of our fields done. I've just got the big field at the top. It's going to be sorghum in the next episode when we go over into April, I believe. Have some mowing and that to do. I also want to get some fertilizer down, but that can wait. that. A little. Do actually. We'll have a little. It's only 1:30 now. Have a little nip over and see what's happening. A house build. It's much by all accounts. But we have got sort of the foundations coming there. So what we want is 5,000 litres of cement bags, 2,000 litres of planks long, and 1,000 litre wood beam to prepare the next step. Okay. So what's been happening over here is we should have been making cement bags. I need a top up of stones though. So we've got one bag. Yeah. Yes, we're going to need a massive top up of stones. I don't recall off the top of my head, actually. Small, so it can hold 24,000 litres. So I think what I'll do is I'll just put a little quick song on. I don't think, from my memory at least, we had a song in the last episode. I'll bang a little bit of effects on. By the way, all the songs I've been using recently are effects, which I'm not 100% sure that's how you say it, but that's how I say it, so whatever. But yeah, I'm going to bang a little song on. You can just watch me.
Till I collapse, I've been moving too fast. Got my foot up on the gas, full throttle till I crash. I'm back with a vengeance. You gon' see me end this. I will be ascending. I don't ever slack. I got my eyes on a prize. What I see for my life, I don't float, no, I fly. Do or die. Cause you gotta do or die. There ain't no compromise. Get ready for a fight.
Do you wanna see what you're made of? What if there was no one to save us? Would you leave it all on the pavement? Would you dye the ground with some straight blood? I just wanna find out my limits. I'ma put everything in it. I'm in this life to win it, and this is just the beginning.
Do you want it bad? Do you want it bad? Do you want it bad? I'll fight till I collapse. I'll fight till I collapse. I'll fight till I collapse. My energy is unmatched. I don't get tired, no, I don't get gas. I'm back, still working to surpass everybody, getting past on my way up fast. So watch out for me now. Everybody in this town will be looking at my crown. I got my knuckles all wrapped, blood drips from the scabs, bloody fists from the jabs.
Don't know what we'll use it for yet, but we'll let's get this bucket, this pallet of cement out. What I don't know is how many stages or anything there are with this build. So we'll just keep making the stuff. What I am slightly concerned about, should we say, is that we couldn't find, like, some of them need, like, we have a little look in the construction menu. Where are they? Go into constructables here. This needs furniture here and like prefab walls. Now, I don't know which production makes that. You know what I mean? So, bakery, potato processing plant, Taylor Sharp's probably like a sawmill, no, sawmill, no. That one makes the prefab. I think they're prefab walls or something like that. I don't want to spend 300 grand on it. Carpentry makes the furniture. So, sawmill. In that case, we might need to put down one of them. That one doesn't make it. Yeah. So, in that case, then we might have to look again another sawmill mod on here, or just buy that bit in when it comes to it, because I don't really want to spend 300 grand on the on that sawmill building. I don't have to. There's quite a lot of money. And also, I'm hoping we can get some of the wood out of our sawmills, because obviously I didn't look at that beforehand. Otherwise, I would have probably kept some of the wood logs back. Doesn't matter, we have got other trees we can cut down, so. It'd just be handy if there was like a guide. Maybe there is. If you know of a guide somewhere that's decent, do let me know in the comments. Help my brother out, because I'd really like to know how much I need of everything. It's a bog standard space game, constructible, the log cabin. So if you've built one of them and you know the required amount of materials, do let me know in the comments below. It's supremely helpful. What I'm gonna do is, just because they're out, I think I'm just gonna try and take from here now. I can't remember which one it was. Well, I think from when I was trying to load all these in. It's pretty dicey, but doing it. It doesn't matter if it's not these that we need 2 lots of, because anything that we don't, any like overage basically, will just go into the storage for the next round. So, yes. I I think this is going to be quite a long episode, so I do apologise. I do appreciate if you're still watching. Well, I appreciate everyone that watches any bit of it, but especially those that stick around to the end. You guys are awesome. So that's taken that. So luckily for me, it was planks long that needed the doubler. We just need a wood beams now. Wood beams and 3 more pallets of 3 more pallets of cement. Which is processing through now, so it shouldn't take too long. What would be kind of handy to do actually is go through here. What would be kind of handy is if we got a right. What would be just kind of handy is if we just set up like a conveyor belt system that just came out of there, out of the stone pit, straight into the cement factory. So the cement factory would always be topped up with stones. Ooh, so we'll drop this off, and we'll just need the 3 extra pallets of cement once they're finished processing through. Should be good to go to the next stage. So planks long, wood beams, that's all processed. So when so yeah, what I think we're gonna do, guys, just because we are sitting here waiting for some more cement to come out. Although 1 extra pallet has come out. I think what I'll do is I'll just do the last 3 cement bags as and when they come by themselves, like off stream sort of thing, so the cement will get filled up. But all in all, not a bad episode. A bit of miffed about that oat field, but like I said, it was only for a bit of quick cash, so it is what it is. We'll have a quick look in the store to see if anything's dropped in. Nothing Mac. That's what we looked at last time. It's the case. I think that's we got that configured as a Steyr. It's fine. Look at that pallet Volk. Never mind. Cool. Yeah, so I think that is going to do us, my folks. So we will, yeah, like I said, we'll leave it there for now. We'll leave the cement factory running. Hopefully by the morning we should have enough pallets to finish that off. We'll probably need to refill it as well. I think what I might do is eventually, once we're sort of laid out in the yard, We'll get some big floodlights and stuff, because I think there's definitely going to be elements of having to do stuff through the night with the time constraints that I've put in place. Do now, in hindsight, wish I'd revisited the time speed, the 6x, after I changed maps, because I said a few episodes ago, started originally this series was going to be on a regular size 2x map, and I thought 6x was fine. Now, in hindsight, I should have probably brought that down when I swapped to a 4x, but it's fine. We made the rules, sticking to the rules, and that's that. But I'm going to leave it here, guys. So if you've enjoyed the episode, please do hit the like button. It really does help me out with the algorithm. Subscribe if you're not already, and leave me any thoughts, feedback, tips, tricks, comments, whatever you like down below. And we'll catch you in the next episode. Take care.